order. All right, thank you. Now calling 25S00411. This is the state of Michigan versus Quentin Recollet. Can I have appearances for the record?
First Assistant Public Defender Clinton Anderson.
Okay, thank you. And sir, state your name for the record, please.
Quentin Recollet.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date set for an arraignment in this matter. And what I am seeing is that a bench warrant issued for your arrest back on November 21st of 2025. That was after you failed to appear for, actually, just a second. Correction, it looks like you failed to go to community corrections as you were directed to do. We did get a letter stating that you were...
At first glance, this might seem like a routine arraignment, but the court is already untangling a timeline involving a missed reporting requirement, a bench warrant, and time spent in custody. The key question isn't just whether the defendant missed an obligation, it's whether the court believes there was a reasonable explanation before deciding how to move forward.
In custody at that time. However, when the letter was reviewed in March, it didn't appear that you were in custody at that point, so we set an arraignment for today.
Yeah, I had any idea about anything was going on.
Okay. So initially, I arraigned you back on October 29th of last year. You were in custody at that point, presumably in the Washtenaw County Jail. I had ordered you to go to community corrections and to have a SoberLink device. Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, that was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I starting to remember now, yeah. There's a lot of
Okay.
been going on since then.
Okay. So I had ordered you to get the SoberLink device prior to being released from the Washtenaw County Jail. And I
Yep.
told you at that time to go to community corrections so that you could do drug and alcohol testing at community corrections. And we had talked about, I guess you were also ordered to do testing through the 16th Circuit Court. So we had talked about you coordinating testing with them so that you weren't testing at two different places a zillion times a month. So you failed to go to community corrections. We received a bond violation report from community corrections. And at that time, the bench warrant issued. So that is why you are being arraigned. Attorney Anderson?
Thank you, Your Honor. If I can ask him, does he have an expected release date from the Macomb County Jail?
Expected release date is August 7th. They're getting me to go to I'm waiting for a bed for the psychiatric ward. I had a lot of mental health issues that I got to deal with.
Okay. Your Honor, given that, I would ask for a PR bond so this case doesn't hold him up. And if Your Honor will set a hearing date as a placeholder so that we can update the court as to his treatment status at that time.
Yes. The court will set a hearing on the bond violation as well as a pretrial conference date. That will be August 18th, 2026. That will be at 9 in the morning. Generally speaking, we set the court dates in person, so keep in touch with the public defender's office so that they know where you are. Okay? And that way, if a Zoom request is necessary, then the public defender can put that in for you.
Okay.
So that will be, again, August 18th 9 in the morning at the 14B District Court. That's in Ypsilanti Township.
Yeah.
And that'll be in front of Judge Washington. The court will reinstate the $10,000 personal recognizance bond. So if you fail to appear, or if you fail to keep in touch with the public defender's office and the court so that we know what's going on, then
Yeah.
a bench warrant may issue for your arrest again. Your bond could be revoked entirely. At a minimum,
Yeah.
it's going to start at $10,000.
Yeah, no, I'll make sure I'll keep on top of everything. Yeah, for
All
sure,
right.
100%.
Okay. So, Attorney Anderson, anything else?
No, Your Honor, we just ask if he can be in a breakout room with Mr. DaCosta, please.
So I will try. I don't, so, Mr. Recollet, you may end up having to have someone from the jail, put you into the breakout room, but I will send you an invitation to go into it.
Okay, so I gotta wait here for a minute.
Well, you went in automatically. Guess it's not a problem. Now calling case number 26W001387. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Kevin Noble II. Good afternoon. And please state your name into the microphone.
Kevin Noble II.
Okay, thank you very much. Today is the date set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have here is a citation from June 6, 2026, charging that on or about that date you operated a motor vehicle on Grove at or near Rawsonville while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied. So that is a misdemeanor with a maximum potential penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. Do you understand all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you do have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say out loud or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings, that is before, during, and after trial. You are not required to disclose citizenship status to the court. You do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if this case would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that part doesn't apply to you, then don't worry about it. So, any questions about your rights? All right, we do have Attorney Anderson here from the PD's office.
First Assistant Public Defender Cleena Anderson, with and on behalf of Mr. Noble, we stand mute and request a personal bond.
All right. Thank you. And Mr. Noble, I am showing your license as revoked. And it looks like it's been that way for a while.
So I'm trying to, well, I got paperwork of me, in process of getting my license back.
Okay,
I'm trying to, get insurance. Some insurance at my job is a little bit high, 'cause, you know, the things I take care of, I can't afford it. So I'm trying to find one insurance that I can afford so I can put this last little document to submit so I can, start the process of getting my license back.
okay. What I will do is set a pretrial conference date. Bless you. A pretrial conference date that will be September 22nd. That will be at 9 in the morning back here in person in front of me.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see where you're at that point. Okay, and go from there. The court will grant a personal recognizance bond at this time. So basically, you're promising to show up for court. If you fail to appear for a pretrial, then a bench warrant may issue for your arrest. So, any questions? All right, we should have a notice for you in just a moment. If you don't have any questions, then once you get that notice, you'll be free to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Noble, once you can stay right here, get your notice. Once you get your notice, walk down the hall. So speak to another public defender, do a quick intake so we have all your contact information. The last go on the right before you get to the main courtroom.
All right. Now calling 26S00156. This is the state of Michigan versus Jamie Riddle.
Hello,
Hello. State your name into the microphone, please.
Jamie Riddle.
Okay, thank you. Today is the date set for an arraignment in this matter. This was a misdemeanor complaint charging that on or about May 1st of 2026, you did operate a vehicle upon a highway, Textile Road at or near McKean Road, while having an alcohol content of 0.17 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood. This is otherwise known as operating while intoxicated with a high BAC. Do you understand that charge against you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So this is a misdemeanor. As I said, it has a maximum potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail, a minimum $200 fine, maximum $700 fine, plus court costs, or both the jail time and the fine. Do you
Okay.
understand all that?
Yes,
Okay. So you do have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say out loud or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings, that is before, during, and after trial. You're not required to disclose citizenship status to the court. You do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if this case would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that part doesn't apply to you, don't worry about it. Do you have any questions about your rights?
no, Your Honor.
Okay, we do have Attorney Anderson here.
First Assistant Public Defender Cleaner Anderson, within on behalf of Mr. Riddle, you understand mute and request a personal bond.
All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Riddle, you're aware that you've got a bench warrant out of Romulus?
No, it was not.
Okay, so you have a bench warrant out of Romulus. It dates back to March 12th.
That's weird. I didn't know about that
Okay,
because I had court on May 28th and they never said anything about it.
okay.
And I haven't gotten anything in the mail.
No, I apologize. It's not a bench warrant, but it is a condition that's in lien, so I just misread it. I apologize. So, okay. Are you already ordered to testing in Romulus?
I'm waiting to hear from probation for them.
All right, the court will set a pretrial conference date that will be August 13th, 2026. That will be at 9 in the morning, back here in person. You will be in courtroom number 1 in front of the judge.
Okay.
The court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs within the next 24 hours. So by 4 p.m. tomorrow, you are to report to community corrections for drug and alcohol testing.
Okay.
You will need $12 and a photo ID.
Okay.
Okay. While you are there, you are to pick up a SoberLink device. That's a thing that you'll take with you. You'll breathe into it 3 times a day. It will test you for alcohol.
Okay.
All right. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission.
Okay.
You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. You are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court, the next one in this matter being August 13th. That also means going to community corrections as directed.
Okay.
Also, you are to attend AA or similar meetings 1 time per day. Provide meeting sheets to the public defender as proof that you're attending.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. The court will set a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. So basically you're promising to show up for court. If you fail to appear or violate any bond conditions, a bench warrant may issue for your arrest. Your bond could be revoked entirely. At a minimum, it would start at $5,000.
Okay.
Attorney Anderson, anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Then, Mr. Riddle, we will have a notice for you in just a moment, and we should have directions for community corrections so that you have those as well.
You said I need to go there within 24 hours?
Yes, so
Okay.
they take people until 4 p.m., so you can get there today when you're done here, but you have until 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Riddle, once you get your paperwork, walk it down the hall to the public defender's office. It'll be the last office before you get to the next courtroom. You do a brief intake, make sure we have good contact information for you, then you'll be all set, okay?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, and actually, Chad, that sign. Yes, just if you put it over on the bar. Yes, thank you. Also, did everyone in here should be here for a traffic criminal matter? Okay, if you're here for landlord tenant, you need the judge's courtroom.
I'm all set.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Okay, Chad, can you go see what the gentleman in the back in the green shirt's here for? But yes, if you're not here for a traffic matter or criminal matter, if you're here for landlord tenant, then you should be checking into the judge's courtroom. Yeah, no, that would be. Now calling 25S00089. This is the state of Michigan versus Danina Combs.
First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson with and on behalf of Ms. Combs. Go ahead and say your name, ma'am.
Danina Combs.
Okay, you
And
can,
Your Honor, you adjourned this case last time for Ms. Combs to get some additional testing and present that to the court. It's my understanding that she has done so and supply that to the court for review.
yes, that's what I have been staring at for the past few minutes. So did you discuss the test with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many of these, it's a quantitative liquid chromatography tandem mass spectrometry test. How many has she had?
I just saw the one. Did you have
I've-
more than one?
I've only had one for urine and one for blood.
Okay,
Because your doctor has to order them and they have to go to a special lab, and I guess my insurance don't cover them all the time.
just talking to the microphone.
Oh, my insurance don't cover them all the time. But what it was is
So, well, here, just stop for a second. So the reason I'm asking is because this letter is dated July 14th. There's a date of visit that says June 11th.
oh,
But then-
that's because I'm sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
That's because on June 11th, they discontinued my Ritalin. They cut me off my Ritalin because their test came back the same as your guys' test. And so they're saying that they did the same test again and it came back positive, like at community corrections.
Okay.
And they're saying that they tested it this time. So it was the same problem. So they put me back on it in July because I wasn't under the influence of crack or cocaine, whatever.
Okay, when you say, okay, so a couple of things. One, just to clarify for the record, community corrections is not actually associated directly with the court.
Oh.
So.
Well, it
Um,
was the same test they were doing,
yes.
and it
Um,
was
So, but the other thing, when you say they put you back on it, you mean the Ritalin?
Ritalin. The
Okay.
Ritalin, and because it's a controlled substance.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to come up meth, but they put that test in there because I told them to show you that test because that test came back negative for methamphetamines. That's why they took it from me.
This is the legal turning point of the hearing. The defendant isn't denying the positive drug test. Instead, she's presenting the medical evidence suggesting the result may have been a false positive caused by prescribed medication. If that documentation is reliable, it could significantly change how the court views the alleged bond violation.
And I was taking it then, but the metabolites are mixing with another one of my mental meds to cause a false positive for cocaine. And that's why she put that in there and she wrote the letter.
Okay,
Because they got me on my Ritalin in July because I kept telling them I'm not using. But they can't have a chance of me using and being on Ritalin.
yes.
And it was showing up negative for my Ritalin because it's a methamphetamine.
Okay.
So they had to do further testing for themselves to put me back on my medicine too. But when they took it in June, I had got my prescription, so I didn't stop taking it. They just didn't plan on giving it back to me in July. And instead, they rewrote it in July because I had the blood drawn and I had another urine sample, and they sent it for further testing because they checked with the pharmacist that I told you about.
Mhm.
And he told them the same thing, that it could be a mixture of my medications causing a false positive. And because I told him I'll take my Ritalin right in front of them and test, and it's going to show up negative for methamphetamines. So that's what happened. That's why she put that in there to let you know. And community corrections is still telling me the tests don't lie. He's being really mean to me over there. I think you need to have a talk with him.
Oh,
He's supposed to be here today. He told me, I'll see you in court. I'm going to make sure she sees this drug test.
well, so.
So he's being really mean. I
he-
even tried
yeah.
to show him the papers, and he told me to leave him out in the lobby in the locker because his test is never wrong. Okay. So
I am certainly not prepared to take any sort of testimony on whether or not that is the case. What I am
well, I
going
thought
to
he was going to
do.
be here.
Oh. What I am going to do is set you for a court date in front of the judge at this point.
Okay. But my medicine's working very well.
Okay.
It's just,
Well, and like I said at the last court date, having seen you when you were in custody versus right now,
100%
that's
different.
why you didn't get remanded the last time I saw
Thank you.
because you look worlds better than how you did before.
I told him, I said, well, he said, you should be arrested right now. You should be in custody. How come you're here? And I said, because you called my number. And he said, but you should be in jail right now. And I said, well, she believes me, unlike you.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
So
Combs.
we did not get along over there at community corrections.
Well, you do have to keep going to community.
Well, that's
corrections.
fine. I went today, by the way, but it's going to test dirty again because they're doing the same test.
All right.
So I don't really know what to do because they said my insurance ain't going to keep covering the special test. And I can't keep affording $84 just because it's a false positive.
Okay, Ms. Combs, give me a moment, please.
Okay. But thank you.
Combs, I was gonna show her. We're gonna go down the hall and talk to Varun when you leave, okay?
Okay, so they drew your blood for the mass spectrometry, whatever that test is called, on July 9th?
Did you?
No, just on July 9th?
Yeah, they did both.
Okay.
The urine and the blood.
The court will set this for a hearing on the bond violation as well as a pretrial conference date. That will be July 23rd, 2026. That will be at 9 a.m. in person back here in front of Judge Washington.
Okay.
At this time, the court is going to continue the personal recognizance bond.
Ma'am, you can go down the hall and talk to Mr. DeCosta, okay? And just give him any information.
So,
Can I say something? Just something little.
did
I just want to know. I just got my own place. I got new furniture that I'm paying on, and I can't afford $84 a week. I can afford 24, but it keeps coming back dirty, so I have to keep paying another 30 every time I go drop, and I'm dropping twice a week. And it's still coming back dirty from the lab.
all right. So I can appreciate this. I want you to bring it up in front of the judge next week. Okay? So I'm not remanding you or anything, even with the positive tests, okay? Because the medical documentation you've shown me here, it does indeed look like a false positive. But I'm not gonna have you stop going to community
No, I don't want to
corrections.
stop. I just want to
It-
see if I have to be in the 30 to.
So
Oh, man.
talk to your public defender about that. All right, but you do have to keep going to community corrections,
Yeah.
and you can talk to the judge about all this next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll just keep paying it this week.
Okay, yeah, because the 20, what did I just say? The 23rd is next Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's another week,
Yeah.
all right? But
I got my own place.
you do.
Yes,
And
and I got
can-
all brand new furniture.
Okay,
I got a job.
good, good. So
Doing good.
keep it up, okay? Obviously, this is a lot.
Thanks for believing in me.
Well,
Nobody else believed me.
it seemed like a stretch, but you've got documentation to
It's just
back
my
it up.
luck.
So it weird things happen.
If there's any bad
And
luck,
you
it can
brought-
happen.
So
Anything.
just talk to the judge next week, okay? But no slipping.
No. You know, it's tricking the test, but it's tricking
It-
my brain too because for the first time, I haven't had no urges since I quit.
Okay.
So I don't
Good.
know if it's just a mind thing. I don't know. But
Well,
it's
that
working.
so that can be part of it, but just because it's easy right now doesn't mean that will continue. So just
Going back. is not an
remember,
option.
okay,
I was wanting to die.
well,
So
just remember that feeling and keep doing what you're doing.
that.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Take your test down the hall to Mr. DeCosta. He's gonna add it to your file.
From a legal perspective, this hearing demonstrates how court balance accountability with documented evidence. Instead of relying solely on allegation, the judge repeatedly emphasized procedure, verification, and continued appliance before making bond decisions. What do you think carried the most weight in the final decision? The medical documentation or defendant's credibility in court? If you enjoy detailed courtroom breakdowns that explain legal strategy behind real hearings, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next court analysis.